Hi everybody, it's Nat from Studio Hacks, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a song in GarageBand. I'm not going to use any instruments, I'm not even going to use a MIDI controller. I'm going to use all of the software instruments within GarageBand and some loops and the drummer track and things like that. And I'm going to make a chill style R&B beat. I don't really know what it's going to be. I'm just going to basically show you how I build a track from scratch, and I'm not going to edit this video at all. I'm just going to go through the process. I had a few people ask if I could make something from scratch, so it's probably going to be about half an hour long. So first of all, I'm just going to jump straight into it. I'm going to want to create a drummer track, and I usually start with the drums, and let's go for 88 beats per minute, just because I feel like it. Or at least let's get a bit of a groove going here. Oh, 86 I'm feeling. So when you get a drummer track, you get all these loadouts here. You can choose rock, pop. I'm going to see if there's anything in this hip hop that sort of says lo-fi or R&B to me. Let's have a quick listen. I'm just clicking on these different drum kits here. Yeah, that one might be all right. So I've got the kick's probably a bit loud. So under the smart controls here, I'm just going to dial that kick back a little bit. I'm actually going to loop this 8-bar section here by popping on this cycle. And then down here under plugins on the smart controls, I'm going to pop a bit of master reverb on that because I want this to be kind of lo-fi but a little bit ambient and things like that. So I'm going to dial up this master reverb. I'm also going to pull this high cut down a little bit to make it a bit more, take the high end, those trebles, just pull it back, make it sound like it's more like a vinyl record. Actually, I might go to my favorite website for free sounds, freesound.org, and I did have a vinyl crackle, vinyl. Yeah, I have searched for one before. Let's see if I can find a different vinyl crackle to add into this recording right from the get-go. Let's have a look. What do we have here? What's this? Vinyl snap, crackle and pop. Let's have a quick listen to that. That's pretty good, actually. See if I can grab that one real quick. It's a FLAC, free lossless audio codec. So I'm going to have to, if I want to use that one, I'm going to have to convert it, because I don't think GarageBand allows FLAC. I'm just saving it to my desktop here. Normally on freesound.org they're MP3 and WAV files. You can choose here like WAV or MP3. Maybe I'll just grab this WAV one. Yeah, that's good too. Okay. I'll come back to that. Oh, there's the FLAC there. I'll actually just I'll just wait for that WAV one to finish, and I'll bring that in. There's the WAV one there. So let's get this lo-fi vibe. I'm just going to drag this in. Pull the volume down on that a bit. Okay, so that's a pretty good start. And I'm going to copy and paste this vinyl sound here. Copy, paste, copy, and paste. Give us a bit of room to work with. All right, so now let's go down to that drummer and open up the editor. This little scissors icon right here, because it's a bit, I want it to be a bit softer. So you can go louder, softer, and things like that on this little. I'll just use that, that's fine. All right, so now I'm going to build a chord structure on a software instrument track. Just creating a new track here. Let's just go for this electric piano. I'm gonna right click in an empty spot and create an empty MIDI region. Let's make a 4-bar loop, I reckon. And then if I double click on that, or if I hit the scissors icon, I'll get the piano roll. Let's just draw in some chords. If I hold down the command button, it'll be a little pencil. So this is D minor. I'm gonna go for that vibe. So you can actually hold down the option button and clone while you're holding option down. If you drag and drop, it makes clones of the notes. So I'm going to use that little feature. Just using my ears here to just sort of create this. I might actually copy that whole structure there. So this bit might catch a few people out. I'm an experienced musician, and I'm just being creative. I'm just using my ears to just pop some notes where I feel it'd be good for them to go. And then I'm going to copy that whole structure up. So this is the bit more of the creative part. And then let's make this a 4-note chord. That last one's almost right. Okay, so now I'm going to create a bass line. I'm going to create a new software instrument track, or you can hit that plus button there. I'm going to copy that MIDI region and pop it down on this track. And I'm just going to double click on it to get that editor back. And I'm just going to use the bottom note of that chord to add in a bass line. I'm going to pop some ambience on that one before I forget as well, using the smart controls. And under that plugins, I'm going to pop up that master reverb. So sorry, back to the bass line. We need to pick a sound from the library here. I think, what is the shortcut for the library? I think it's Y. Yes. So let's go to the library and go to the synth basses. Synth, 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 bass. And dun, dun. Actually, that could be good, but I need to go to the smart controls and to the EQ, because I want to get rid of that buzziness off the top. So I'm going to use a low pass filter, high cut, on the EQ, and get rid of that high buzz sound on that bass. I think my mouse has just run out of batteries, so hopefully, oh, okay, good. Hopefully I can keep that for the rest of this. Let's listen to that. See if I can make this an octave lower. That's good. I feel like this electric piano could have a little bring sound to it in there. So what I'll do is just draw in some notes. Right there. Bring. I'm going to go right in close and make just some tiny little notes. And I want those notes to ring out. Actually, I need them to be a bit sooner than that. So I'm going to use this automation little thing right here, show and hide automation. And I can go to the controller and select the sustain pedal. And I want to switch on the sustain pedal. So I'm just going to click anywhere. And all the way down is off. And all the way up is on. It's like the foot pedal if you're a piano player. So sustain, because that'll... Oops, get rid of this node here. Okay. Oh, it's right back here. Because this will like... Those notes will be sustained. They'll ring out. And then I want to turn that back off again before we hit too many more notes. And then I'll just make the velocity of those notes there. I'll make that last note a bit longer. And I'll turn the velocity down a little bit so it's a bit sort of a softer tone. Perfect. Okay, so what next? Well, let's start layering this original chord. Let's create a new software instrument track, and let's just start popping some layers in here to make this really interesting. Okay. I don't know what happened there. I just crashed GarageBand for some reason. Let's grab a synthesizer and just see if any of these sounds can sound good with the exact copy of this electric piano. I might just get rid of that little bring. I've accidentally changed my bass sound there, so I'm going to go undo, undo, undo. And I think because I crashed GarageBand, it didn't keep my little equalizer, so I'll quickly pop that back in. Cool. And then now on this new software instrument, I'll just add, let's just try any of these. So I want to get rid of that bring sound. That might be good actually if I just use the smart controls and do the same with the EQ there. Pop in like that sort of high cut. Beautiful. So we're just starting to layer this, and then I might add another track here, another software instrument, and copy the same layers and just start doing even more of this layering. And I might just accentuate an individual note of this chord. Let's just try this one note. And then I'm going to, instead of the electric piano sound, I'm going to choose another synth. Let's try a synth lead, something mellow or soft. Smooth analog lead. Let's try that. Sounds good. Okay, I can just hear in my headphones that I have crashed my sound driver. So I'm going to call this Chill Beat Idea 1. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to come back with you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties, but I am going to persist. Let's keep going here. So I'm going to pan that to the left, and then I'm going to do that again, and then accentuate a different note within that chord. I'm going to copy that one there, pop it down here, and select a different sound. So that's how I get really interesting compositions, is I layer lots and lots of different sounds, and that makes, you know, the more layers I have, the harder it is for anyone else to sound like me, because I've got, it's very complex sound that I'm creating. Let's try now, I said soft, let's try mellow. Let's see, and then I'll just change this note. Let's open the smart controls for that instrument and see what I can do with that one. Okay, you can see it's very bright on the EQ. I'm just going to bring that top end down a bit. I'm going to try and chop off the attack a little bit so it's got a softer front end. So the attack here, if I dial the attack up, that's going to make the attack longer. Okay, so now I want to just do a couple of things. I'm getting the elements of my track in place. I want to find some sort of rhythmic loop, maybe some percussion from the Apple loops over here. Let me see if I can find anything to layer on top. I can audition these while I'm playing the song. Okay, that one's not bad, so I'm going to drag that in and just drop it underneath, and then that's not bad. I don't mind that. I'll copy that and I'll paste that. So I'm almost, oops, I pasted it to the wrong track. There we go. I'm almost there. I want some kind of lead line, so I'm just going to create one last track here. Make it a software instrument and right click and make an empty MIDI region. And I'm going to make this 8 bars long. I'm going to pick a synth lead sound. Let's try this one. I'm just going to try to make a different counter melody to what's going on there. Sounds a bit harsh. I'm just going to keep trying some different sounds. That's pretty non-intrusive. Just using the option. I want that to be twice as fast. Okay, my mouse is gone again. Come back, please, mouse. Come back. Okay. Okay, that's a pretty good little lead line there. So now I want to build my arrangement basically. So that's everything at once there. So we've got the first 4 bars. And then if I copy and paste that, that'll give me 8 bars. So that's everything together. So maybe by bar 16, I want to have everything in. My mouse has just died on me again. So I'm going to pause the video for the second time and I'll be back with you in just a moment. We have fresh batteries now in the mouse. So now I'm going to copy and paste this and just do some loop-based composition here. I'm going to do a copy and a paste, and then I'll make this entire song 32 bars long. I don't know how long that will be in minutes, but then if I want to add a new drummer beat here, I just hit this little plus and it creates kind of like a different beat every time. So I'm going to make this first section under the editor a lot softer, and then I'm going to try and make it kick in there. So I'm going to have no bass at the start. So I could just start sort of deleting bits and pieces here and do like build it up. So the lead might not come in for a bit. Let's just have some fun. So that's, you can see how you can easily make a really nice little arrangement there by just having the full blocks and then doing subtractive composition, what I kind of call it. So that's starting to sound pretty good. On that classic electric, on that synth lead, I just wanted to add some master effects to that. So I just go over to the smart controls, and under just the track and the normal controls, I can dial up this master echo and master reverb. Let's see if that changes the vibe of that a bit. I'm going to change the master echo by clicking on this master track and then going to effects right here and then you can click on the master echo and you can change the type of echo. I don't know what it is by default, but I'm going to change this to 8th note dotted, and I'm going to dial back the repeats, dub delay, sorry, and it might change the vibe for me. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to try and sort of build an outro here. Make this drummer track a little bit quieter now and more simple. Let's see if I can repeat this little last bit here. I don't know really how I'm going to end this, maybe a fade out or something, but I'll just leave the ending for the moment. Actually, I'll show you how to do a fade out. Under the track, you just have to show the master track, and then you can enable the automation by going to, if I can remember, somewhere in here, automation, is it the A button? Yeah, the A button, A, to show and hide the automation. And then on this master track down here, we select the volume, and then we click once on the track to enable this automation line, and then you click anywhere on that line to create nodes for that automation, and then that will fade out for us. Beautiful. And I'm going to hit the A button again to hide that automation. So I'm going to play the whole track for you. Let's get this vinyl crackle going all the way through the song. And I hope you enjoyed this content, ladies and gentlemen. When I'm ready to export this song, you just pop the cycle region on, and you pop the cycle at the start and at the finish. I mean, it will automatically detect where the audio starts and finishes, but I like to just tell it just to make sure that it's bang on. And then all I'd go is share, export song to disk, and then I name my track, and I can save it as an Apple audio codec, an MP3. Those are both compressed formats, so that will lower the quality of the sound. And then the AIF and the WAV are both high quality audio, and I like to do the uncompressed 24-bit when I'm doing the WAV file. I always make a high quality, but if I just want to send it to myself to listen to it on my iPhone or something, or email it to a friend, I can use that MP3. That's a lot smaller file size there. So let's have a listen to the overall track. And as I'm doing that, I'll show you how to do a little bit of mastering to finish this off. So I select the master track, open up the smart controls on the master track, and on the output tab, I can switch on these compressors and these limiters here, this limiter, to get a bit more loudness, brightness, and punch. And I'll muck around with these to make our finishing, make the finishing touches on our song. So I'll play you the whole track, and I hope you enjoyed this content. If you found it valuable and if you've made it to the end, congratulations. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for future updates. And if anything in this video confused you, make sure you pop a comment and I'll see if I can answer that for you. Here's our finished track.